yesterday and how you expected a lot in today's game. How do you feel the team handled them?
Well, going into the third period, that's exactly what we talked about. We struggle on a 5-minute power play. They come down and score. I thought we answered it with Walks' goal, but then we take a bunch of penalties and just not sure where it's going to be come the third period. I just said it's a really good opportunity for us to handle this. Let's kill the last minute and 5 seconds off and get on our toes. And I got to watch the period. I still take too many penalties in the third, but we find a way. I don't think we were backing up. I still thought we stayed on our toes.
You talked a lot about all the little things that Tyson Forester has been doing. He has 2 big puck retrievals that lead to Tippett's goal. Then he scores a power play goal himself tonight. Was this his best game of the season, just all around, and he gets rewarded for it?
Oh, I don't know. He's played good. I'm not sure if it's his best game. He's been one of the most consistent players as far as the strength on the puck, as far as puck battles, stick on puck, retrieving pucks. He's doing all the things that I thought we'd have to spend some time teaching and making sure he knows the importance of it. He's doing those things. The biggest strength of his game is scoring goals. We can't teach him that. So hopefully this will help him get rolling that way. So I'm thrilled how he's handled himself through a time a goal scorer wants to score and he hasn't scored in so long. He has stayed with the other part of his game. So it's a really good sign for him.
You talked about the importance of guys learning how to deal with momentum shifts, learning how to stop them, but how pivotal is it to have a goalie back there that you trust, especially in the first 10 minutes of the game and then in the third period?
He definitely gives us a chance at the beginning of the game. Breakaway, that's 2 games in a row he's let us get settled. He's been outstanding, and I thought both goalies were good. I mean, because we created a ton of offense, and both goalies were good. But Carter, third period, he makes a couple of huge saves to get us to point and get us to where we can play some 3-on-3. He's done it all year. You know, Carter has just goes about it. Goes about it. I don't worry about his preparation or where he's going to be when he plays. He has been steady.
You've been through kind of the gauntlet so far this season with the Western Conference, basically title contenders with Vegas, Edmonton, Dallas, and all them. Does it say anything that you guys have not just held them and stayed in the game with them, but got another win? Does it say anything that you can see the guys starting to take another step?
Yeah, well, you hope they are, you know, and we'll have a dip, you know. I'm happy we've won a few here after having a dip of losing games, and you know, you just get ready to play each and every game. There are no easy games in the league, and I just want to see us as consistent as possible. And I thought they were level-headed on the bench tonight. Lost themselves a little bit when all the penalties were being called, and they were a little bit aggravated with the refs. But I thought they settled themselves down and just played. Again, the results are important, but I just want to see how they handle situations as we go through it. And if they stay concentrated and stay together, they'll be in games. How many we win, I don't know, but they'll be in games.
Is that a sign of maturity, do you think, that they're really starting to take to what you're teaching them, or is that you just think that they're really coming together?
No, this is them. The biggest thing that's happened here in the beginning of this season is I think the group is close. It's a better locker room, and I'm not going to jump up and down and think we've got all this solved, because it's not going to happen that way. We're going to have some struggles as the year goes on, but the major step that we made was just changing that locker room, and I think that helps us. And I think we're going to need that type of help with the strength of that room when we go into dips and losing streaks and all that, because we will. That's the thing I look at is how the room handles itself through all these momentum swings in the game and momentum swings during the season.
What's the major reason for that change in the locker room?
Oh, I've explained it about 10 times. I'm not going to explain it again.
Carter said you guys have a loud team, that when guys block shots, the bench notices. Have you recognized how much buy-in there has been in terms of blocking shots and playing that way?
Yeah, you don't play if you don't block shots, and every team, teams are good at it. That's part of playing defense, and it's like you watch these power plays, our power play, their power play, all through the league. Everybody's yelling, shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, but there's 1, 2, 3 guys in a lane to try to block a shot. All teams do it. I think it needs to be a mainstay for us. And it does. It creates, goes to what I'm talking about, the room. It creates that camaraderie. Those type of things create the camaraderie.
You mentioned after a few of the big wins this year, I think this one qualifies as a big win. You brought up that, look, we're going to go through struggles. We're going to go through dips. How do you balance, having that knowledge with wanting to let the guys enjoy this and wanting the guys to believe that they can turn this into something?
Oh, I'm out of the way. I mean, I want them to enjoy it, and I'm not saying I want you to be careful. I just know it's such a long year. I just want us to enjoy it now. But we play at 5:30 tomorrow. I just think we need to be a little flatline too. I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves when you win a few games in a row. Because that's when you go down the wrong road. I am not taking any away from our play. I thought we played really well tonight, and I love the tempo of our game in our transition offense. I think we are really good at that right now. But in a long year, all teams go through it, and I just want us to keep our wits about ourselves, because I think athletes can get a little too high when things are going well, and it's tough to get them back on that road. That's all I'm saying there.
Two power play goals today, confidence booster, regards to the man advantage. How does that also help dealing with those ebbs and flows in a game that the power play may be clicking now?
Well, it gives it. Well, I'm not sure if it's clear. We have a 5-minute power play. We couldn't make a play, and but it gets us. It gets us the lead. So far this year in the short little window here, we get a lead, we have a pretty good chance of maybe winning the game. So that was important, and to score a couple of them. And I liked where we scored them. We're trying to simplify it. I thought Sandy was outstanding. In the power play and 5-on-5, but just simplifying and trying to get pucks down there. And we bang a couple in.